किसी को कोई क्वेरी हो, क्वेश्चन हो तो आप अनम्यूट करके पूछ सकते हो एक एक करके। स्टार्टिंग विद डॉक्टर मंजुनाथ जी।
I think your microphone is mute.
Muted.
Can you speak now? I think. Oh no, it's muted now.
Mute. You have to unmute. In the meantime, I would like to invite the Devendra Kumar ji. I think no, Manjunath ji, you will have to. Your sound is not audible. You can reconnect. In the meantime, Asukan sir or Devendra ji, you have any questions?
Hello, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
good evening, sir. I am Subodh Panigrahi. I just want to know what is the best form of curcumin that will be more effective, whether it is turmeric powder or any capsule or lozenge that is available. Which is the best form?
See, this is a very good question. Whether the turmeric or curcumin is better, right?
Yes.
So it depends on the conditions. Suppose you want an immunomodulatory effect or an anti-inflammatory effect. Most of the time, if an acute inflammation or if it is not a very high inflammatory conditions, turmeric is the best. Every day, half a teaspoon turmeric, if you take it, that is best. However, some diseases, when it progresses a lot and when it becomes severe, you have to use curcumin. The reason is that curcumin is present only, 1 to 5 or 6% of turmeric powder. So in that case, when you need more curcumin to treat those conditions, you have to take pure curcumin.
Okay.
For example, this Alzheimer's disease or multiple sclerosis or cancer or arthritis and those conditions, curcumin would be better.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, Subodh. Now, Ajay Kumar ji, sir, I have one question.
Okay.
There's a curcumin called curcumin.
Mm-hmm.
And as per Dr. Richard Benleck's report, 6 people have reversed, and most of the people who have reversed, and major thing that has helped in reversal was terraconmin or curcumin. So can you help me? What is the difference between curcumin and terracumin?
See, these are different formulations of curcumin, curcumin. Okay. What I told you different formulations have been developed, for increase the bioavailability of curcumin. So more than 100 different formulations are available nowadays. And as I mentioned, these are divided into first generation, second generation, and third generation. Even third generation curcumin formulations are known to cross the blood-brain barrier. Okay, so the main difference is that curcumin powder, one is curcumin pure curcumin, the other one is curcumin formulations. You know, curcumin and those curcumin and those things are there, but they are coming with some other agents. More, not only curcuminoids, some other agents also present there. But it depends on the conditions and it depends on the patients. Some patients may be require only curcumin, because I told you that it depends on the severity of the disease. But if you need more bioavailability of that curcumin, for example, curcumin, if you take 50 milligram Curcumin, it inhibits TNF alpha in your blood. But that for some mild inflammatory conditions you can use it. But if you need a very high amount to treat severe conditions, you may have to go for some formulations. Otherwise, you have to take like 2 gram or 5 gram per day curcumin. That is very high. Even many studies shows that you can go up to 12 gram per day. It is not toxic. But I don't suggest you to go for that. And most of the time, most of the study shows 2 to 6 gram of curcumin is better. And if you want to again reduce the dose, you can go for different formulations.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Hello.
Now,
Hello.
Devendra ji has a question.
Yes.
Now again, what dose you will suggest for us?
See, it's a very good question. See, it is you are different, I'm different, other person is different, Shajid is different, everyone is different in this world. And that is why now medical science is saying personalized medicine is very important. And that is the same thing Ayurveda also says, personalized medicine. And if you go to a homeopathic doctor, for the same condition, same disease, he will give one medicines to one patient and another medicines to another patient. So that is depends on or it varies from where person to person. So here we don't know actually what dose is good, but what I suggest you start, if you start like anything, we start with the mild and then slowly escalate. So for example, you can start with 100 milligram or 300 milligram or 500 milligram, not more than that. So start with that and go for a couple of weeks. And if everything is fine, you are able to, you don't have any other further complications due to the take of this, you will not get it, then increase that dose to 1 gram, and, you know, and if you're getting some benefits, don't, escalate the dose too much. That is not good actually. Okay, because always we have to say, I mean, whatever the body you know adjust, I mean, and then like that dose we have to take it. So it is better to start with 100 milligram or 500 or up to 500 milligram first initially. If you are taking pure curcumin, then escalate the dose.
Okay, sir. Second,
Hmm.
अब जो turmeric powder,
Hmm.
just as Pinakin said, Lacadong turmeric powder contains 7 to 8% curcumin.
Hmm.
So when we take turmeric powder,
Hmm.
the percentage of curcumin,
Hmm.
the percentage of curcumin we are getting
Hmm.
from 1 spoon.
Hmm. Yeah. So it is believed that we Indians are taking approximately 200 to 400 milligram of curcumin, not turmeric, curcumin every day if we eat our curries and those. Yes, of course, the percentage is different because some places we are getting some cultivars, we are getting 1%, some places we are getting 2%, one
Yeah.
Alepi variety is there that we are getting 7 to 8%, and some
Yeah.
Thailand variety is there that is also getting around 8%, and Lakdong actually, some places we are getting 8 to 10% of curcumin in turmeric powder, but that is only few places we are getting. So that is why average we are getting around 5 to 6% of curcumin in Lactose turmeric. So this also varies. So based on that, see, I mean, if you want to use it's an immunomodulatory or mild inflammatory conditions, you don't have to use 1 teaspoon or 2 teaspoon or 3 gram or 4 gram of turmeric powder. Instead of that, you can reduce if the curcumin content is more. However, some severe conditions, yes, you it is better to use curcumin than turmeric. I hope I
You
answered
mean
you.
to say that we can consume 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder?
Yeah, yeah, 1 or 2 teaspoon. There is no problem. Actually.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, because
I'm troubling. I'm
uh,
struggled due to this question. What dose to take of turmeric powder?
uh, no,
Because
see,
generally we got the turmeric powder of maximum 3% in
oh,
our region.
okay.
3% of curcumin.
See, turmeric powder you can take more also, but if it is not, so you check it first, 1 teaspoon or 2 teaspoon, fine. Why I'm saying that curcumin is not toxic up to 12 to 15 gram per day. So 2 teaspoon of turmeric, it will have maybe, less than 1 gram of curcumin, even less than that. Okay, or
Okay,
500
thank you.
milligrams. So it doesn't make a big problem. Even most of the time we use even sometimes I take 1 teaspoon of curcumin morning and 1 teaspoon evening. And sometimes I like ginger also, curcumin plus after that ginger and some couple of garlic also I take it.
Okay, last question, my question, last question.
Uh-huh.
So we take turmeric with milk generally.
Uh-huh.
So if it is taken with tea,
Tea. See, uh, so I would say in this way, I would answer in this way. See, if you want, you can take turmeric in milk, but I don't use milk because I have that lactic acidosis and some
yeah.
issues. Okay, so I don't prefer milk. Instead of that, I take some warm water and then take a teaspoon of turmeric and then mix it and then drink. So because hot, if you make a little bit warm, that also increases the viability. More compounds will dissolve there. you know so same way also you can try, and that is tea generally we take. You can see, 10 years ago, if you see, you never heard about the cold coffee, cold. Nowadays everything is cold. If you want a cold tea, they will give. If you want a cold coffee, they will give. And hot chocolate also they will give. I don't know how much these are
Yeah.
helpful, or it has some adverse effects. I never, tea means for me, to me, it's like a hot one.
बेसिकली खाई लो गरम कर
But these kids, everything is, lot of ice they put it and then make it cold. I don't know whether they are getting any benefit from that. you know. So, you can use a hard tea. that also increases because tea also contains epigallocatechin and other compounds, and then curcumin have a synergistic effect. With this, you can take.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
By the way, I would like to tell. By the way, I would like to tell you, sir, that Devendra Kumar ji, he has his own garden and farm. वो अपना
Great.
खुद का सब फ्रूट्स वेजिटेबल्स और अभी तो टर्मरिक भी उगाएंगे.
Oh, great, great. That's very
Uh,
nice, actually.
yeah. Or just to add one more thing, I
Uh-huh.
would like to tell everyone that I was taking uh, curcumin capsules. I
Mhm.
think it was 1500 mg or more. और
Mhm.
मुझे बॉल्स होने लगे फेस में. I
Uh,
saw balls coming out on my face. So I would like to tell you, as soon as you see some negative side effects by taking a huge dose of curcumin, you have to change the dosage or you have to change the form. And that is the time I found the Lakadong turmeric curcumin powder. Won't believe, sir, we are getting that powder at 460 rupees per kilo plus courier charge. So I
okay.
have found very good source of curcumin powder of Lakanong turmeric, and I've even seen the test report of food safety where it shows that the curcumin in that powder is 8.5%. I can share in our group so anyone who wants to take, but make sure that you take add one pinch of black pepper powder. It will enhance the bioavailability and absorption in our body. So make sure that I always take it empty stomach.
Yeah,
Thank you.
empty stomach is good. That is why I told you, right, start with the 500 milligram, and if it is okay, then escalate the dose, and then you have to decide your dose.
Like you have to see your body. Your body will give you all the signals.
Yeah.
Now I think Sukhan sir hand raised. Sukhan sir, you can ask your question.
Thank you, Ajay Kumar ji, for your presentation. In fact, my questions were already asked by Devendra Kumar ji, so I
Uh-huh.
don't know whether I should repeat it.
Okay, no problem.
Mostly, I wanted to know about the toxic level, which you said is around 12 mg.
12 gram, not
12
mg.
gram, 12 gram, sorry, I mean, of curcumin.
Yes.
So that is what I wanted to know.
Mm.
So thank you. And anything special about nano curcumin?
See, you know, it's a very good question. So I always, tell anywhere I present when I get the question is this: if you are satisfied with the turmeric, you take turmeric. If you want curcumin, for severe conditions, then you take curcumin. Then, if the bioavailability you want more, then go to other formulations. And nano curcumin, yes, people are using, but see, always try to not inject more chemicals to your body. So it is better to refrain. And if we have to do it, then do. Otherwise,
So suggest not to use nano curcumin.
it is better not to use like liposomal curcumin, and those things are available. Otherwise, there are some curcumin dendrimers and some different nanoparticles are there. So it is better to not to complicate.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but because we have to identify, see, curcumin is not toxic, but when you add some agents, it may become toxic. It is not because of the curcumin or turmeric. You are adding an external agent, and that an agent can become toxic. Because is very interesting actually, because how people uh, uh, consider this. I was in Malaysia last year. Was in There is a place called Georgetown, in Malaysia. So I was there, and after my presentation, one person came and then talked to me. See, during COVID time, we were using curcumin and turmeric, and it was not effective, and it increased the symptoms. Then I asked them what form of curcumin you used. Then they told they used a liposomal curcumin. And they also mentioned because of the liposomes, actually, you know, because liposomes are, the viruses, they live though, like that. So they can multiply very easily. So then I told them, see, it is not because of curcumin, the symptoms became severe. It is because of the liposomes. So we have to identify which is good for us, and accordingly we have to use it. So always I say, I mean, curcumin is fine, turmeric is fine, and some of the, like as Pinakin Shah ji mentioned, the piperine when you take it, but not lot of piperine in turmeric. Do not take it because piperine inhibits the enzyme glucuronidase in the liver, and then because of, see, curcumin, when it goes to our body, it goes to the liver, and then curcumin will be converted to curcumin glucuronide, and that is an inactive form of curcumin. However, this glucuronidase piperin inhibits the glucuronidase enzyme, black pepper. So curcumin will stay, more active form will stay in the blood. That is what generally happens. So however, if you use lot of piperin, because piperin also toxic up to a certain dose. So you should not dose or use, because turmeric is not that toxic, but black pepper, I mean, you cannot take a lot of black pepper, not like turmeric. So you have to be very careful.
So what is the way to know the purity of curcumin?
See, most of the companies they mention that in their label, whether it is 97% or 98% or 99% pure. So that is the, or you can contact that particular company, they will tell you.
Basically, they have shared the test report from the food safety, which is one example. And one more thing I would like to add that currently I have found a very good source of liposomal curcumin in liquid form. I am doing a trial on myself. Once I am okay with that, I will share the things with in the group. Manjuna ji, thank you, Asukan sir. Manjuna ji. No sir, I don't think आपका mic चल रहा है.
He has got problem with.
Manjuna ji, आपका mic नहीं चल रहा है. Maybe you can log off Zoom and reconnect. In the meantime, ग्रुप में किसी को और को कोई क्वेरी हो, आपका कोई सवाल जो हो वो तो आप पूछ सकते हो. By the way, Jay Kumar sir, that curcumin Lakadong turmeric what I am buying from Lakadong, Meghalaya, it has 8.5%, and it is
Great.
shown in the test report.
Okay, great.
And the best part is, normally we go on the online site and we buy, so it costs around 1200 rupees per kilo. But
Okay.
for the group benefit, we have found 460 rupees per kilo plus courier charge. So that is very reasonable, and I think everybody should have that curcumin, turmeric, and you should even incorporate that in your curries. We just add a little bit of that in our curries, so it will also help increase the immunity of our family members.
True, good.
And
आगे.
yeah. Manjunath ji, can you try and speak?
Again disconnect हो गए.
No, sir, no. We can see your video, but we cannot see your audio.
But you can type.
So
If it is not,
you can
you can type.
type in the chat. But in the meantime, while you
Sir,
type
one
in
more
the chat,
question. Sir, one more question, please. Sir, now in vegetable market, raw turmeric is available. So,
I'm sorry.
whether the raw turmeric contain more curcumin than the dried powder, or can we take raw turmeric in the form of a salad? Whether it will be beneficial?
See, many people, even my mother, what she do is that she takes the raw turmeric and cut into pieces and then boil water, and then that water she drinks. You can also do it, but the thing is that what is your treatment? So you want more curcumin, then you have to use a curcumin powder or turmeric dried powder. Otherwise, for kids and those things, you can, boil water with turmeric and then give them. That it's good for them. It increases the immunity. See, I have been using these agents for last 6 years. I can say. I mean, means I stopped or taking the allopathic medicine most of the time, and after 2019, I have not taken any allopathic medicine so far. Tomorrow, I don't know what will happen to me, but what I'm saying that it is very effective. I
Yes,
take
yes.
turmeric, ginger, and I told you garlic. And rarely I get a cold or a fever. It's giving high immunity. So I'm very happy about that. And very less time stomach complaints also. You know, so
Yes,
I
sir.
think we should practice this our system. Than going for paracetamol or is the what is happening nowadays. If somebody gets any fever or a headache, immediately they will go to the doctor and they get some medicines. you know so this is the problem, and most of the kids and new generation I have seen, they take paracetamol, dispirin, aspirin, that thing, brufen, these things continuously. So we should all avoid. Instead of that, we have to cultivate a system where we use these natural uh, you know uh, agents, you know and to increase our immunity. I think that is required.
Thank you, Ajay Kumarji. And
Yeah.
now Dr. Manjunath ji has typed the question. Uh, First thing is how much ginger and garlic we can take per day, and second is how much you are taking.
Okay, good. Actually, ginger, I take one small piece, one piece, like this much piece. I take it, and sometimes I take it in the morning. Then sometimes during lunch also. But it is always take these things in the empty stomach before food. Okay, and the garlic, two or three. I mean, that garlic small pieces you can take. Two or three or four, because sometimes garlic is a little burn your esophagus. you know and ginger. But ginger, what you can do is you add some little salt there, then it become very tasty. Ginger. And sometimes I smash ginger and one piece and smash, and then add one or two, a little pinch of salt, and then mix with the rice and then eat. That also very effective actually. It is good for digestion. you know
Yeah, actually, sir, we all have forgotten all these natural immune properties of all our foods.
yeah.
Actually, all these spices and all that has helped all of us across the last so many years, thousands of years. And you showed correctly, sir. Ayurveda has also showed that we have curcumin, turmeric powder, all these spices are very much useful for building our immunity and living a long and healthy life. So I think that's a really good thing that we are now coming back to our roots.
Yes.
You won't believe that nowadays people in America are drinking milk latte.
Yes.
You know, it's just turmeric milk, and
Yes.
they are paying around $10 for milk latte.
True, true, true. Yeah. Great.
Uh, Manjunath ji is asking, can we take ginger and garlic along with turmeric in combination?
It's fine, but what I suggest you, I mean, if you want, you take see turmeric. The issue is that the powder form you are getting. So either you can mix with hot water, warm water, and you can drink, and then ginger and garlic. Or what you can do it, turmeric in honey. Some people, I don't know, if you get pure honey, you can use it. But what I suggest always, first you take turmeric and then ginger and garlic. That's the way I used to do it. It is together
Thank you, sir.
because most of the
One more.
we put turmeric, ginger, black pepper, and then garlic, right? There is a combination in in South. It is called a rasam. So it's like a soup. We put all this turmeric, ginger, garlic, black pepper, right? And then curry leaf also.
That is my favorite thing, sir. That is
Okay.
my favorite.
and some mushrooms.
Yes. Okay.
One last question from Dr. Manjunath. Betel leaf, betel leaf, ginger and garlic combination is good. What is your opinion?
I say, avoid betel leaf. It may have some effect, but it is not proved actually. And most of the people use leaf with betel nuts and the tobacco, right? And betel leaf plus betel nut, if you chew for long time, there's a chances of inflammation and oral submucosal fibrosis. That's an inflammatory condition. And you will not be able to open your mouth, and then it gives pain. And there is no actually, a good medicine for that. Only steroids are there. But interesting, there are many clinical trials that showed if you use curcumin or turmeric plus tulsi or something or piperine, you can get improvement, almost 90% improvement on the symptoms. So try to avoid
Uh,
betel leaf instead of that. There are so many other things we can use it.
Thank you, sir. But again, I would like to tell you one last thing that डॉक्टर मंजुनाथ जी ने अभी लास्ट में वो गाना देखा था खाई के पान बनारस वाला
Great,
वो
great.
देखा था इसके
Yeah, yeah. So he can also sing now. Oh, nice.
ओके थैंक यू एवरीवन अब हाथ
There
जोड़
one,
के मैं
one general knowledge question.
Okay.
You are from Kerala,
Yes.
so there is a place I heard Salem.
Yes.
So what is it is famous for? Famous for, and second is the Salem soil contains selenium?
See, I'm not aware of that. And Salem is in Tamil Nadu. That is another state.
Okay,
And I don't know. I mean, heard about the state. It depends on what Sometimes we'll come up across these things, but I don't know about
okay,
that.
thank
Sorry.
you.
Yeah, selenium is talking about selenium in low quantities. Selenium is good for the body, but not in higher quantities. There are some publications, scientific studies. Low quantities of selenium can even prevent cancer.
Okay, thank you, sir.
थैंक यू अजय कुमार जी फॉर
Thank you.
सो मच टाइम फॉर योर प्रेजेंटेशन for
Okay.
all the research that you have shared. You won't believe, sir. One last thing is that if you can see properly, I'm wearing a turmeric color
Yes, yellow
t-shirt.
color, my favorite color.
Now,
And
Golden color.
I'm wearing black pepper. So the combination is really good.
yeah. Correct. So basically, थैंक यू सर आपने टाइम निकाला आपने हमें इतना नॉलेज और एक्सपीरियंस शेयर किया I would like to tell you, you go ahead in your research and studies, and if any clinical trials are there, we are all there to support you.
Thank you.
Ajay Kumarji, last but not the least, I
Hmm.
would like to tell you that was I was given 2 to 5 years to live, but I have already completed 8 years with MND,
Great.
and
Very
that is
happy to
the
hear.
because MND for me means मैं नहीं डरता MND.
Hmm. Yes.
अंग्रेजी में
और
समझाना तो
I am not afraid of you anything.
Yeah.
मैं नहीं डरता. So we are all, Devendra Kumar ji is my Kung Fu Panda. Dr. Manjunath ji is my laughing Buddha. We all enjoy these meetings. Thank you again, sir, for your time. और आपका
Thank,
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आप
thank you.
ऐसे ही रिसर्च करते रहिए, हमें हमारे देश को आगे बढ़ाते रहिए. और वन मोर थिंग इज दैट अजय कुमार जी
Mm.
विदेश जाके भारत वापस वापस आए, ये बहुत बड़ी बात है. थैंक यू सर फॉर कमिंग बैक. We are greatly obliged to you
This is
and
my
your research.
my people, my home, and so I have to come back. So that's why I came back, and very happy to see all of you here, and I'm very happy, and keep in touch, and Pinakin ji has my WhatsApp number, message sometime, so sometime call and then we can talk, it's all a great pleasure to meet all of you. Thank you so much for giving this platform.
Thank you, sir. A lot of thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Say, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. धन्यवाद सर. Thank you.